Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Ready? Warriors 17.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And his first pass is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
60 Maverick.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go, get set.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headliner of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets them a first down right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
In motion comes the tight end left.
70 Ranger.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Back in 60. 19 White. 79 Broncos.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Mustang 19. Cowboy 80.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This will be taken at the 10. A minute 52 to play until halftime. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
They go play action with Hurts.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move,
Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Lawrence.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Lawrence will throw.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And to throw again is Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Trap 60, trap 60.
After the sack on 1st down,
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Okay, ready?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Was that the incorrect read or just one error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter.
because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down.
Ready?
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
ETN fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here we go.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
Touchdown!
Zay Jones.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Well, now you look down there, you see Rashad Penny in some discomfort. So we're going to get an injury stoppage here, at least for the moment. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackle that time by Monteric Brown.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
18, Pioneer.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And that's complete to Brown.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Come back, team. Come back.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
Lawrence.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing now, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lawrence.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
Got it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Jaguars have won the game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half,